There's a specific kind of FOMO that traps traders again and again, the urge to fade extremes. You see the market pushing to new highs, and it feels overdone. You see it breaking to new lows, and it feels stretched. You tell yourself it can't go any further, and that's exactly when you start convincing yourself there's an opportunity. But what you're really doing is trying to be early, trying to catch the turn before everyone else. That's not edge. That's FOMO pretending to be intuition. At all-time highs or lows, your mind starts playing tricks on you. You see every tick higher as too much, every tick lower as too late. You start interpreting normal market behavior as exhaustion. But what you're really feeling isn't analysis, it's discomfort. You can't stand the idea of missing the reversal, so you convince yourself it's already happening. And that's how FOMO gets you, by using your impatience to make you act before your process gives you permission. The truth is, the market doesn't care what you think is too high or too low. Price isn't overdone just because it feels that way. The market will keep going as long as there's liquidity to fuel it. The belief that it has to stop here is emotional, not analytical. And fading extremes based on emotion is one of the fastest ways to destroy confidence. Not just because it often loses, but because it convinces you that guessing is a skill. It isn't. FOMO in this form is subtle because it feels like courage. You convince yourself that you're taking the contrarian view, that you're being smart while others chase. You think you're catching the turn early, but more often than not, you're standing in front of a freight train. The difference between bravery and recklessness is structure. And if you don't have structure, you're not brave, you're guessing. When you fade extremes without structure, you're trying to feel powerful in a market that makes most people feel powerless. It's a way of saying, I see what others don't. But that mindset isn't rooted in edge. It's rooted in ego. The market rewards observation, not prediction. It rewards patience, not pride. If you want to catch reversals, you first have to earn the right to do so, by proving that your process recognizes when momentum actually shifts. Every trader remembers the one time they faded a move perfectly. The high tick, the low tick, the hero moment. But that's the bait. That one trade creates a story in your head that keeps you trying again and again, even as the losses stack up. That's how FOMO operates. It doesn't just make you chase wins, it makes you chase old memories of them. And as long as you're trading to recreate a feeling, you're no longer trading edge. The irony is that most traders who fade extremes think they're avoiding FOMO. They think they're doing the opposite of chasing. But they're still chasing something. The need to be right, the thrill of calling the turn, the validation that comes from seeing it first. That's just FOMO with a different costume. It's not the fear of missing the move, it's the fear of missing the moment where you get to feel special. The pros don't try to catch tops or bottoms. They wait for evidence of imbalance, for behavior that proves value is shifting, and then they act from structure, not emotion. They're not afraid to miss the exact turn, because they understand that precision is overrated. Profitability doesn't come from calling it first. It comes from managing it well. Every disciplined trader knows this. It's better to be late with structure than early with FOMO. So the next time you feel the urge to fade a move just because it feels too extreme, stop and ask yourself, where's my proof? Where's the data? Where's the structure? If you can't answer those questions, then you're not trading edge. You're trading impulse. And if you keep doing that, the market will keep teaching you the same lesson until you finally listen. Because in trading, there's no reward for being the first to guess the turn. There's only reward for following the process that keeps you aligned with probability. The best traders don't try to fight momentum. They wait for it to run its course. They understand that patience isn't weakness, it's protection. And that protection is what separates those who survive from those who fade their accounts away, one impulsive trade at a time.